Hello, this is Jake B-Man. What I would like to do today is examine some of the myths in beekeeping, namely one myth in beekeeping, and see if we can dispel that one. That is the belief that capping color indicates the age of the brood underneath. This is one I've heard from many smart beekeepers, but if you drill through a hive, you'll find out that's not necessarily the case. With that, let's cut to film footage from a field day we had earlier this year. This was at Tim Holland's apiary. Tim runs about 400 hives and is a very competent beekeeper and is a board member of the Kentucky Queen Bee Breeders Association. And while digging through this hive, we found frames of different color with different ages of brood. Let's have a look-see.
Now take a look at this brood that's right under my hand here. Basically, the bees will get out of the way. You don't need to shush them or flew them or flip them around or whatever. You know, if you just influence them a little bit. Look at that. That's beautiful. And then you see the color of this stuff over here. Sometimes when you're getting ready to make a grafting hive or something like that, you want emerging brood. You'll hear that term, emerging brood. You can look at the color of this brood and look down in here around in the eggs and what's going on, and you can see that this is very fresh. It hasn't been walked on. It's just been capped. So I would surmise this to be younger brood.
Now here's the rub. Bees recycle wax all the time. The wax on the other side of that frame is absolutely new. The wax over here is
Probably came from that stuff we didn't scrape off on the bottom.
exactly. And what we can actually do, if we want to find out what's in there, you can actually open up the caps and look inside.
And you can see, look at all the babies running around in that frame. Those are emerging. You can see they're they don't look normal. You know, they're kind of white in color and
pale.
There's one coming up.
Point out, there's one emerging right there. Now, notice how yellow this frame is. This is a bright yellow frame.
Of
This
emerging
frame
brood.
is darker. This frame in the middle is usually where your oldest larvae are, purple-eyed stage. That larva is older than this larva, even though that is lighter than this frame is.
She's letting herself out. She's 21 days old. These guys are 16, 15, something, you know, purple-eyed larvae are not nearly old enough to be chewed out. So you can see she's coming out, and you can see all the carvings on these things. That's when those eggs were. See, look, can you tell how that's becoming thin? See how that's becoming thin? They're chewing and eating
Like a
it.
gray model.
Here's another one right here. Here's another one right here that's coming out.
Oh yeah, these spots.
Yeah, they're chewing their way out, so it's getting thin, and it's a lighter color wax.
Oh.
But you can see it's thinner. Look, right there's one, and they're helping them. See the bees helping them chew their way out.
Oh, in that one there.
She's coming out.
Yep.
Oh.
I know the books say if there's holes, it's American foulbrood. You'll see holes all over the place. Don't worry about that.
If you look in there and you see that there's something in the hole, like he said that one had pollen in it, you can look in here and see she's laid eggs in the ones that are open. So some of them are launching, and then she's coming back and filling in the holes with eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some merging down at the bottom here, but again, lighter wax, darker wax. They used older wax on this frame because they had it. New frame.
They had to
doesn't
make
have
new
old
wax.
wax. Exactly. That's the real reason why you'll have lighter and darker frames. It's the wax they're using, not necessarily what's going on under those caps.
So, like Jake is saying, you don't pick a frame and think it's emerging brood just because it's dark color. You want to do a little investigating and make sure that you're getting nurse bees coming out, especially like if you get into grafting or, there's other times when you want to have emerging brood. So you just kind of check a couple of them and see. If you see that going on, you ain't got to check no further. Them's coming out.
With that, we've shown pretty conclusively that wax capping color doesn't really correspond to the age of the brood underneath. Wax color is more a function of the age of the frame and the age of the wax used on that frame, because bees readily recycle wax to use in cappings. With that, I'll say good luck and happy beaking.
Have you ever been stung by a queen?
Yes.
By a
Queens
queen?
can sting. Yes, it's rare.
But
Okay, that's
probably a virgin.
Yes.
The mated queens are less likely to sting you. Part of the reason is they're now full of, man stuff, and they can't bend.
We call that sperm, but it's not
Yeah.
Just a second. Did you see what he did here? Look at his finger.
Why is my paint on my
Why is paint on his
Custard.
finger?
Exactly. Making sure
Just-
this thing's not going to drown.
Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes that marker will get a drip on the edge. So you knock that drip off, and then you touch it under the queen. Now, why is he holding her now?
Dry. I'm gonna show that.
No, I'm asking.
Dang it, Don!
Come back here, Mr. President.
Come here. Now, the things you have to watch out for is they can be pretty wily. You don't want to crush her. For obvious reasons, you don't want to crush her.
So would you want to fill the box first, put all the frames back?
Oh, that's a great option. Absolutely, it's a great option. And we can also just drop her in a cage and do what we want to do, then go back to her afterwards.
I think we're fine. We've got an actual hive here.